What's going on, folks? It's Kiss Shorty Gaming Nation again here at 2:46 p.m. Doing another live for today. I'm going to do another live a little bit later on at 6 p.m. Um, as the title shows, the shocking lies that Dr. Umar Johnson tells on black men to pander to black women. Now, we're going to view a video, some videos today. One of the Daily Wrap Up crew, and two videos from the Daily Wrap Up crew, and what about black men dating outside their race? And this is an in general thing I'm gonna do, right? What I'm tired of is a lot of these lies being told on black men, how black men date outside their race more often, and how black men are anti-black because he dates outside his race, and blah 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 blah. And I'm getting really tired of that because nobody tells black women she's anti-black or she's a traitor to her race because she dates outside her race. All right. So we're gonna break that stuff down today. First, let me see if it's this one. And some of these videos I haven't watched yet, so bear with me. Break it down as we go.
Black man dating outside race. Woo! Get him. I got it bad to see that. Who you marry? Who you have children? Who you date? Who you're engaged to? Who you cohabitate with is a political decision. You are with the woman you are with, not merely for who she is, but for what she represents. Michael Jordan married that young white model, not because he loved her, but for what she represented to a blue, black, purple man who was picked on and bullied for his richly melanated skin his whole life. And despite the fact he was Michael Jordan, he saw in that woman an escape from his own.
Are you serious? You know what that? What y'all? You know how y'all sound when y'all say that? Y'all make it sound like the women that black men choose to date is above him, or the woman that he dates identifies or is an identifier of his masculinity. Y'all sound like it's not the woman marrying that man or submitting to his house or subscribing to his blackness. Y'all make it sound like he's subscribing to her. That's not how that works. If the black man is the original man on the planet, and from him or his sperm or his seed is where everybody comes from, then they're marrying him. They're falling up under his structure, his masculinity. So he identifies them, or I should say, they're tied to his blackness. And the way y'all make it sound like by him marrying to a white chick, about black man in general, marrying to any woman outside a black woman, y'all making it sound like a matriarchy almost. Because you're not talking about why did that white chick get married to him. You know what I'm saying? Why did she decide to submit or fall up under a black man's house, or black man's patriarchy, or black man's rulership or leadership? That's not how y'all make that sound. But let's continue.
And when that woman gives birth to his child, he will be happy that my baby ain't as black as I am.
What? What? That is not a thought of black men. You'll see black men with a light skinned baby. Hold on. First of all, a black man can mate. A dark skinned black man can mate with a dark skinned black woman and produce a light skinned chick. I mean, a light skinned child. Let me say that again. A dark-skinned black man and a dark-skinned black woman can produce a lighter-skinned child, a high yellow child at that. He can produce a black man can be with a black woman and produce a dark-skinned child, a caramel child, a high yellow child, a light-skinned child. That's what they could do. So when a black man mates with another dark-skinned black brother, they or marry a dark-skinned sister, they create a child and they produce a light-skinned, high yellow child. Is that him? Is he saying the same thing? As a matter of fact, you'll see black men with a black woman, and they'll produce a light-skinned child and a couple of dark-skinned children too. And he'll treat that brother. He'll treat them all the same. He'll love them all the same. Right? And you do know that black men, when he mates with a white woman or a woman outside of their race, they can produce a darker skinned child too. Let's continue.
The interracial marriage, the miscegenation, is nothing more than a self-inflicted eugenicidal campaign by black men to lighten up their DNA because they can't stand what their mothers look like.
What? What did he just say? So when black women pursue white men and decide to have children by white men, is that the white man marry the black woman marrying that white man to have half-breed biracial children because she hates her father? She can't stand what her father looks like? That doesn't make any fucking sense, Dr. Umar Johnson. Look at the shaming tactics and the judgments upon black men and who he decides to date. Look at the tactics and manipulation tactics against black men and what's being used to make him date his own or to shame him into dating his own. This judgment is not that heavy on black women. So when people like to say black men get a pass to date outside his race, that's bullshit. Give me 1 second. I'm getting a phone call. All right, I'm back. That's insane. That doesn't make any sense. That because you're dating outside of your race, you hate your mother. That's why black women can say, "Ain't your mother's black? Ain't your mother black?" It's niggas like this. Do you hate your mother? Now I wonder if Dr. Umar Johnson is saying that to keep black men on the plantation, to keep black men in control. So he dates within inside his own race. So he doesn't date, quote unquote, to Dr. Umar Johnson to oppress his daughter. But black men don't only just date white women; they date Hispanic women too. They date Puerto Ricans, they date Dominicans, they date Asians. What is he talking about? That's insane.
I would never condemn a white woman. She ain't done nothing to me. It ain't her fault. It's our fault for running away from our own women.
What? Hey, I can't wait to bring the counter arguments.
She was good enough for you in Jim Crow, but she ain't good enough for you now. She was good enough to lick your wounds during the Black Power movement, but now she ain't good enough for you no more. Right. Really now? Up until 1957, 67, you weren't even allowed to marry a black woman.
Let me go find. I want to find something real quick. Tahaji P. Henson. Let me show y'all something. Personal interest. Where's a recent movie she made? Recent movie she made. She did. Henson. Movie about interracial marriage. She did a movie. Acrimony. This is the movie. Acrimony. And I'm gonna look up this. What was this movie based on? Wait, Loving versus Virginia? I've read this shit in a previous stream. Hold on, 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 hold on. Dr. Umar Johnson, you're a liar. And I can't stand lying niggas that pander. I can't stand lying niggas. Let me look up what the case I read in a previous live stream was about. Share this time. Share. Look at this. Mildred and Richard, the love story that changed America. Find out how a couple in love brought forward the landmark case, Loving versus Virginia, which forever changed the color of marriage in the United States. All right, so stick a pin on this. I will go back to that. All right, we'll go back to that. Yo, man, lie, you know. I can't. I can't. I don't know what the school is. I can't stand niggas that lie. Give me a second. Give me a moment. I'll be right back. Stay tuned. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Click the like, click the share, click the subscribe. Tell your friends about me. I'll be right back. All right, folks, I'm back. Had to get something to eat. Let's continue playing this video. This is a lion dude. And there's things that I do agree with. That I do agree with. It's just on this topic specifically, he's lying. The pander. All right, so he said that. Pause. Let's pause that. Let's pause that. Let's pause that. I wanna go back to what he said. Let's go back to what he said. Okay. He said, all right, remember them? Remember those words. Remember those words. Now, this is the case I think he's talking about. Because 1958 was when Jim Crow and those things took place. Look at this. This is Mildred and Richard, the love story that changed America. Find out how a couple in love brought forward the landmark case, Loving versus Virginia, which forever changed the color of marriage in the United States. This is published in 2023. Look at that. That racist white man. Look at that oppressor. Does she hate her daddy because she married a white man during the days of Jim Crow, when niggas was getting gunned down and beat up by the police and hung? Let's read this. What are you doing in bed with this woman? Sheriff R. Garnet Brooks asks as he shone. I don't know how you say that. Shone his flashlight on a couple in bed. It was 2 a.m. on July 11, 1958, and the couple in question, Richard Loving and Mildred Jeter, had been married for 5 weeks. I'm his wife, Mildred responded, Sheriff, who was acting on an anonymous tip, didn't relent with his questioning. Richard was of Irish and English descent. Mildred was African American, a Native American descent. According to the state law, it was a crime for them to be married. They were arrested for violating Virginia's racial integrity. Isn't it that? Richard spent a night in jail before being released on $1,000 bond. Sorry, I'm eating. His sister procured Mildred, however, was not allowed a bond. She spent 3 nights alone in a small woman's cell that only fit one. When she was finally released, it was her father's care. It was to her father's care. After the couple pled guilty, the presiding judge, Leon M. Bazile, gave them a choice: leave Virginia for 25 years or go to prison. They left and would spend the next 9 years in exile. Bruh! Dr. Umar Johnson, you got some explaining to do, brother. The Lovings first met when Mildred was 11 and Richard was 17. Yo, 17 and 11. She was underage. He was a family friend, but their dating courtship didn't begin until years later. Growing up about 3 or 4 miles apart, they were raised in a relatively mixed community that saw themselves as family, regardless of race, often regardless of race. Let me slow down. Often coming together over music and drag racing, it was not uncommon for people of different races to intermingle, work together, and sometimes stay. Bruh, so they was doing this interracial thing in that community in Virginia that was a very racist state during that time. What was Dr. Umar Johnson talking about? His mother was part, I guess, it's a Native American tribe, and her father was part Cherokee. She later identified herself as Indian. Oh, so she was half Indian. Cool. So this community was mixed with native and white. Richard and Mildred dated on and off for a couple of years before. They decided to get married after Mildred became pregnant. Mildred already had a child from another relationship. Uh-oh. So he was a stepdaddy. The Lovings traveled to Washington, D.C. to marry, where the interracial marriage was legal, and it was the nation's capital that they would later return when they were forced to leave their home. Bruh, Dr. Umar Johnson, you got some explaining to do. You got some explaining to do. Remember what he said in the last clip? He said that black men, ever since this was overturned, black men been marrying outside their race more than any group of men put together. We gonna debunk that bullshit right now, pretty soon. But it was this marriage that overturned everything, right? Did she hate her daddy? I bet not. The lovers traveled to Washington D.C. to marry. All read that part already. Leaving behind her family and friends, the lovers attempt to make a life in Washington D.C., but never felt at home. Mildred didn't adapt to city life. She was a country girl who was used to a rural area where there was room for kids to play. Wanting to see family, the lovers would defy the court order to periodically return to Virginia. Look at that. They were so in love, they would rather defy the law. Dr. Umar Johnson, on this topic, you're a fucking liar. As they were not allowed to return together, they would take precautions not to be seen together in Virginia. Richard often never ventured outside the house. In the backdrop of the lovers' struggle, the civil rights movement was taking root. So while black men were fighting for civil rights, fighting and dying, a lot of black men lost their lives at that time. These two were plotting to change the laws of interracialism, a black woman and a white man. With their own hardship to be involved, they were inspired by the activism they saw. In 1964, Mildred wrote to Attorney General Robert F. Kennedy for help. Kennedy told her to contact the American Civil Liberties Union, and they contacted that lawyer. Hold on. He contacted the lawyer. He took the case. The first attempt at justice was to have the case vacated and the ruling reversed by the original judge. Let me eat. After waiting almost a year for a response, they brought a class action lawsuit to the U.S. District Court of the Eastern District of Virginia, which finally elicited a response from Judge Basil. He stated Almighty God created the races white, black, yellow, Malay, and red. He placed them on separate continents, and but for interference with his arrangement, there would be no cause for such marriages. Damn! So according to that logic, white man, why did you go to Africa and bring them over to America as slaves, you motherfucker? Ooh, why did you go to America to fuck with the Native Americans and breed with the Native Americans, causing them to be half breed, huh? Why did you go to Puerto Rico and do that, huh? Anyway, the fact that he separated the races show that he did not intend for the races to mix. This prejudice theory, that's a kind of a good point. That's kind of a good point. That's something to think about. This prejudice filed response provided the grounds for an appeal to the Virginia Supreme Court of Appeal, but the court upheld the original ruling. Man, they fought that white judge hard, bro. Pause. By this time, the Lovings were living secretly together in Virginia. They considered staying separately with their own families, but on the advice of their lawyers. They remained together only after being assured that even if arrested, they would only be held for a couple of hours. Look at them taking pictures. Look at them half breeds. Look at that. I don't want to read all of this. Get out my face. Washington Lincoln. Where oral arguments began on April 10th, 1967, this lawyer wasn't qualified to try the case in front of the court, since he was only out of law school a little over 2 years, a year shy of the requirements. This meant anything this lawyer wrote had to be signed off by Bernard Cohen, who had been out of law school for over 3 years but had no experience in federal court. These two novice lawyers understood that they were arguing one of the most important constitutional law cases ever to come before the court. Listen to that. Constitutional law cases. The Constitution is a contract that that is a, that is for the law of the land, the entirety of America, for which we stand. Okay. When asked her thoughts on the case before the oral arguments began, Mildred said, "It's the people, it's the law. I don't think it's right. If we do win, we will be helping a lot of people. I know we have some enemies, but we have some friends too. So it really don't make any difference about my enemies." Neither of the Lovings appeared in court, but Richard did. Did send a letter to his lawyers that read, "Tell the court I love my wife, and it's just not fair that I cannot live with her in Virginia." Dr. Umar Johnson. Dr. Umar, I hope you see this video, bro. "Tell the court I love my wife, and it's just not fair that I cannot live with her in Virginia." The judges agreed in a unanimous decision handed down on June 12, 1967. The laws banning interracial marriage were deemed unconstitutional, overturning them in 16 states. Dr. Umar Johnson, I need your ass to come to the congregation. The congregation, no Diddy. You need to explain this. This case is the case that you're talking about, that a black woman tried to get into a relationship with a white man. But in your video, you made it sound as if black men were fighting for this thing. But if this black woman didn't seek to go to the law to overturn this, that would have never happened. Dr. Umar, overturning them in 16 states, although Alabama would only appeal its miscegenation laws in 2000. I don't know how you say that one. In 2000, basing its decision on the due process and the equal protection clauses of the 14th Amendment. The ruling read, "Under our Constitution, the freedom to marry or not marry a person of another race resides with the individual and cannot be infringed by the state. These convictions must be reversed. It is so ordered." It took 9 years, but the Lovings were finally legally home. They put the house together and the acre. Wow. Over others. Hold on. I want to read this. Mildred lived a quiet private life, declining interviews and staying clear of the spotlight. She did, however, make a rare exception in June of 2007 on the 40th anniversary of the Loving versus Virginia ruling. They had an anniversary for it in 2007? Dr. Umar Johnson, why you didn't go question this chick right here during that time? 3 people working on the behalf of the gay rights group Faith in America came to Mildred for her thoughts on same-sex marriage. After careful reflection and discussion with neighbors and her children, the devotedly religious Mildred issued a statement that read, in part, "I believe all Americans, no matter their race, no matter their sex, no matter their sexual orientation, should have the freedom to marry. The government has no business imposing some people's religious beliefs over others, especially if it denies people civil rights." Now, that statement right there, let me stop sharing this. Isn't that what Dr. Umar Johnson is trying to do? Let me show something. Isn't that what Dr. Umar Johnson is trying to do? For his core belief system here?
So there's no way in hell you could convince me that it's purely about love, because if it is,
Isn't that what Dr. Umar Johnson is trying to do on black men? Trying to force their religious beliefs and their ideology on black men to get him not to marry the person that respects him and loves him? How the hell can you sit up here and define black man and dissect the mental, if he has some kind of mental issue or psychological issue, but you don't want to dissect this. You don't want to dissect the mental instability of this right here, this lady right here. This is during the time during the Klan. This is during a time where a black man, if he was caught whistling at a white woman, he got killed or he got beat up. They even have a holiday. There's little doubt about Mildred and Richard's legacy. There's an unofficial celebration on June 12th called the Loving Day, honoring the anniversary of the Supreme. Bruh, they even have an unofficial holiday. Bro, they even made a movie. Dr. Umar Johnson, why are you not calling out this black woman for this? Right here. Why are you not calling this out? This right here, the reason why, as Dr. Umar Johnson said, black men were marrying outside of their race is because this black woman and this white man went to the Supreme Court and overturned these laws. So Dr. Umar Johnson lied by omission because what he did say about the laws being overturned in 16 states because of a case was true. What he didn't mention is that it was a black woman fighting this black woman trying to be in a relationship with a white man fighting against the Supreme Court. That's what he didn't mention. You know, and he didn't mention it because he would have to acknowledge that it's black woman's fault. And he had to bring up black women. But the whole running theme in the black culture is that it's always black man's fault, and there's something mentally wrong with black men for marrying outside his race. Okay. Um, Look at these motherfuckers laughing. That's a lie. And let me break that. Let me tell you where that's a lie. Let's get the statistics. He said marrying outside the race more than any man put together. Okay. Let's do this. Share. This right here is white men. This dark green part up here is white men. This at 12%. Hispanic men at 26%. Asian men at 21%. 21, 4, 47, 59. So he lied. Let's go back to what he said. Remember, this is in the context of him of black men dating white women. Now, even though black women date outside their race 12% more than black women, look at the amount of look at the white women who date outside their race at a higher percentage. Right? 10%. If black men were dating white women like that, why is this not matching up with this? Let's read it down here. In contrast, among white and Hispanic newlyweds, the shares who intermarry are similar for men and women. So 12% of recently married white men and 10% of white women have a spouse of a different race or ethnicity. But 10% of white men have a spouse of a different race or ethnicity. It doesn't say black men specifically. And it doesn't say black men are dating white women specifically. It's just saying they're dating outside their race. And if black men were dating white women like that or marrying white women like that, this would match up with this, but it doesn't. So that means that it's possible that white women are a very small percentage of who the black men are dating. Now let's go here. View this. Share this tab. Black demographics, the married black man. And they're getting this from The source: U.S. Census Bureau, Current Population Survey 2021, Annual Social and Economic Supplement. 85% of black men are married to a black wife. Only 8% of black men date a white has a white spouse. 4% Hispanic and 3% other. 90% of black women are married to a black man or have a black husband. 4% white dude, white white men or white spouse, and 2% Hispanic and 1% other. Right? Look at this right here. So Dr. Umar Johnson is up there telling a lie and he's pandering. This is why I have to call this out, bro. All right, let's go back to what he said. Now again, I because if I hear objectively something that he says that I agree with, I'm gonna agree with it. But this point is where he's lying and he's pandering. And I don't know when this video dropped. Um, I don't know when this video dropped or what year. But let's continue. Hold on, Mildred Loving. This was about love. So did Mildred have frostbite burning? Was she frostbite burning? Huh? Did she enjoy the snowfall of Christmas? The winter of Antarctica? Huh? The cold burns. Did she have the freezing burns, frostbite burns of Antarctica? Did she enjoy the Christmas snow fall? Because this was about love. Hell, the name is called Richard Loving. Richard Loving's Mildred. And they went to the Supreme Court out of love to change this law that overturned in 16 state interracial marriage. Dr. Umar Johnson, you need to be called before the congregation, for you are a liar. Self inflicted. So, because you don't treat this black woman right, what do you mean not treat her right? Maybe if the black woman were trained to treat black man right, he wouldn't have to date outside his race. But y'all never hold the women accountable in black culture for nothing. It's always checking the black man, this checking the black man on who he dates, checking the black man on how he wants to fucking operate, and holding the black man up to the obligation of black culture and black people. But black culture don't respect the black man. Whatever. Dr. Umar Johnson, you could do that. Where's your school? What happened to your school? If that's what you wanted to do, you could have did that. You want to talk about how school black children in the thoughts of economic power. But black culture always been talking about how the money is root of all evil, and yet dislike capitalism. So how could you do that if you don't like capitalism? And secondly, Dr. Umar Johnson, you could have you could where's your school at where you could teach these children this? Where you could hire these black teachers with a bachelor's degree. You need to go to a school institution and teach your children about economics and what you just said. You could have your bachelor's degree, you could have a teacher, you could hold school right inside your house, in your backyard. While they come from that school, come home and get tutored by behind closed doors or in your backyard by a teacher with a bachelor's degree teaching them the right knowledge. This could have happened in the black community. I have to sit back and I have to look back of all the things that were preached to the black culture to black men and look at what held us back. And a black man dating a white woman did not fucking hold him back. That did not hold him back. Him dating an Asian chick, him dating this thing, whoever a black man is dating does not define his blackness or his masculinity. That doesn't work for men. Because at the end of the day, men define the world, men define the women, men define the roles. If he's in that position, a woman does not define him. If a woman is defining a man's masculinity, that means that she's the head of him. She's in charge of him. She dictates him. She's leading him. And that's not how the dynamic of masculinity and femininity works. Because masculinity is a leading energy, it's a driving force, it's an authoritative force. So, if anything, a white woman that dates a black man, she's defined by that black man who she dates because she's up under his house, up under his ideology. She's submitting to him. Yeah, I got a black man called President Obama. Why is he not that didn't support the HBCUs? Why is that? See, I agree with stuff like that. I agree with certain things that Dr. Umar Johnson saying. But what he said about black men dating outside their race, that was a lie. As I explained to you earlier, is that the reason why black men dated outside their race is because of a black woman and a white man going to the Supreme Court to overturn interracial marriages in 16 states. Why he didn't bring that up? All right, so let's go to another clip. Um, Now this clip from Nick Cannon, I never seen it before. So we go down. Shout out to Nick Cannon and shout out to I'm gonna subscribe to it. Everybody trying to check black men about who we dating. What is this, like a soft version of Jim Crow? The only difference now is Negro saying it now. Everybody wants to do a mental psychological evaluation of a black man's mind and why he likes to date a white woman or date outside his race. Nobody doesn't want us to do a psychic, how you say, psych evaluation on the psychology of why white men do it. Because white men date Asian women, date outside their race. They love dating Asian women. During slavery, but hold on, the dude, the guy that dated Mildred, he dated her. So what was wrong with his brain? Why would he want to date that white man? Want to date a slave? Why would he want to date a beast? Why would white men go to Puerto Rico, which was Spain, which they are white European men, go to Puerto Rico and SA or grape those Puerto Rican women over there and shift up the genetic structure? Why would white men go to Africa during slavery, during something called the Daughters of the Slave Trade, and one of those Dutch Europeans wanted to, or Danish Europeans wanted to mate with those Western and Southern African women over there? Why don't we do a mental psychological evaluation of white men and why they date outside their race? But we always want to do that to black dudes. Look at this comment. Hold on. Let me pause this. Nick Cannon, according to you, black woman that's in this comment section, he would be a lame according to you, or cornball according to y'all. So cut the cap, as if you give a damn if Nick Cannon wants to fuck with y'all or not. Asking the question to justify. Is anybody asking in Venus Williams, which I'm gonna get to a lot of you black women that date outside your race, to rich, wealthy white folks? Is anybody sitting on the couch, or is Dr. Umar Johnson sitting on the couch trying to lecture that black woman about dating outside her race? And how is that a genocide to the black man when she's going to give birth to a white man? To continue to birth white patriarchal men that's going to dominate and rule over your black man. Why is nobody asking Venus Williams that, or Serena Williams that, or any other white or any other black woman that dates a white man? Because if that white man is impregnating that black woman, she's giving them birth to his children. Because you're the father, right? So she's helping to carry on his bloodline. I said something very important there. When a black woman dates outside her race and she's dating a white man, and she submits to his house, the same white man that was white supremacy that used to be an oppressor, right? And she dates that man, and that white man impregnates her with a child, and she gives birth to a child. She's giving birth to his seed, his DNA. She submitted to him, and she allowed that white man to conquer over her. The same white man that's supposed to be the oppressor. Let that sink in. Who really should really have a mental psychological evaluation over their brain and their mindset of why they date outside their race, the black woman or the black man. Because why would the black woman want to date and allow a white man that used to conquer her, beat her man up, kill her man, hang her man, rape her on the plantation or grape her on the plantation? Sorry, YouTube. But in today's day and age, she'll still get into a relationship with that white man. And you see black women all over the social media, all over YouTube, talking about they want to divest, talking about how the white man is better than the black man. You know what they really mean when they say that, right? That the white man conquered you niggas, and because the white man conquered you niggas, and regardless of how hard you tried to fight the white man is better than you, and he conquered you. So we gonna go with the conqueror. That's what she's saying. So meanwhile, black men were trying to fight his oppressor, fight his enemy, his open enemies at the time, for power, for respect, to bring honor to himself and his community. Our black women were turning their backs on us. And Dr. Umar Johnson is not going to sit there and do a psyche evaluation to figure out into the psyche of black woman why she's dating outside her race. Rizal Islam was not going to do that. Shout out to Rizal Islam, and that's my brother. But why do y'all sit and y'all pander? The judgment you have on black men for dating outside his race is not as heavy as it is for black women. I thought the black man suffered the most at the hands of this society. Last time I checked, the KKK back in that day took a black man out that house, hung him, and cut his Johnson off, and took it back home as a trophy. Last time I checked, the dogs are being sicked on your black man. Your black men were getting whipped. Joe Biden called your black man a super predator and passed law and legislator to put that nigga in jail. How is your black man not the most disenfranchised, the biggest disenfranchised, or the biggest victim in America? How could you sit there and talk about you trying to build a school for black boys, but then talk about because you want to build that school for black boys because of how the system has treated them, and because the system has the white supremacist system or systemic system has done black men wrong, and you want to build a school to benefit black boys to build better black men, but you sit there and say that black women are the most victimized person in this country. That's a disrespect to your black man's fight. I hope the black women are listening to me. That's a disrespect to your black men. Because in order to get to the woman, they gotta fight your black man and destroy him. That's insane. No, you don't. Black men, you can respect your mother, you respect your father, you honor them, but you're not obligated to follow them or be like them. You respect them for nurturing you. You respect them for the wisdom they taught you. You respect them for raising you. But as a black man, you have to figure out and define yourself. You have to be first obligated to yourself before you can be obligated to your mother or your father. You know what I'm saying? Now, if Dr. Umar Johnson chooses to live like that, that's his choice. Let him do that. But don't put that on yourself if you don't want to. Let me show y'all something. Let me show y'all something. Look at this. This is a successful black woman right here. David Bowie. Even though she claims she's not black, but okay. Joshua Jackson. Look at this. Look at that sister right there. Successful black woman right there. Look at this. Is this right? Disrespect to black men? Is this going against the black man's and the black man's rulership in his kingdom? When this black woman is going to date the black man's enemy, as according to Dr. Umar Johnson? This. Look at this. Look at Lucas Arts or George Lucas. Look right here. Look at this. This is in 1992. 1992. In the 90s and the 80s, it was all about pro-blackism then. Paula Patton, but y'all gonna say she's a mixed or she's a half breed, so y'all not gonna count her. But okay. But if this mixed half breed marries a white dude, then y'all classify her as black. Look at this right here. Is this a disrespect to the black man that the black woman is going to date his enemy? The white supremacist structure, the systemic structure? Look at this right here. Come on, Dr. Umar Johnson. Look at this. And you know what this name is? Uh-huh. Look at this. There's a bunch of successful black women married to a white man. Look. Look right here. Look again. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. This is in London. Look at this. Are we going to do a psych evaluation of why the black woman has decided to go lay with the enemy, Dr. Umar Johnson? Now, I'm not against interracial marriage. I'm not against black women dating white men. If that's where you feel best, by all means, do what you feel best for you and be happy. The question is why we can't say that same thing for black men. Why are we not doing a psychiatric evaluation of this? Here we go again. And I love this woman right here. Right? Paul Wall. Look at this. Right here. Mm. Oh, she filed a divorce though, so I guess that don't matter. Oh, this is another topic. Okay, cool. Let's go back to where was I? We're looking at this. Oh, hold on. What did I show earlier? Um, so let me ask this question. Let's go back here. They even have a book. Let's go back to here. Let's share this. Look at this. Look at that. Did she abandon her black man in the black community? Look at this. Did she do the same here? Oh, look at this. Boy, I like this sister right here. Look at this. Who is that? That look like an actor. What about this? Fuck off the damn thing. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Is this a disrespect to the black man? Did she abandon her black man in the fight? Come on, Dr. Umar Johnson. When you gonna sit down with a black woman like this? When you gonna do it? Look at this. Mixed couples. Look over here. Ain't this a lame white? Look at this lame. Look at his pose. Look at his hand. Look at this shit. Oh. Oh boy, I don't know. Yo, hey. And he a lame? Damn. Black man, you can't be a lame. You gotta be a thug, gangster killer in Manila, in the thriller, in the jungle. You gotta kill a bear. You gotta wrestle a lion. You gotta get shot 50 billion times. You gotta hug a black. You gotta go to prison for 50 million years for a black woman to be attracted to you, for you to remove the lame title of you. But this white man right here, he get to be a lame and a cornball. He get to be his fucking self. You gotta be a fucking clown or some kind of super thug to get with this. Look at this. Uh-huh. Couple goals. Black couple goals. How is this interracial? What? Look. Look at the Asian. Asian man, I better never. Y'all better stop complaining about motherfucking Yasuke in the samurai. Y'all better stop complaining, Asian man. Y'all better not say a motherfucking thing, bro. Look, bruh, bruh, bruh. Look at this. Is these the black women, our black beautiful queens that have abandoned her king to go date the white suppressor, Wakanda forever? To date the black man's mortal enemy, the white supremacy? Oh, look at this. Oh, look at this, brother. Yeah. Look at this. Look at this. Is there something psychologically wrong with these black women for dating outside their race? Is there something wrong with their mentality? Are they supporting white supremacy? Because this is more support white supremacy. That black women are going to date a white man. Look at this. Look at that. That a black woman is going to date a white man and help that white man to produce and create another white man and help to carry his lineage. Huh? You notice that the white community doesn't put the obligation of the white community or, you know, to the progress of the white community. How should I say this? They don't have that. They don't have that. White men are not tied or obligated to white women. White men are obligated to himself. And wherever that white man goes and plants his seed, that's what he is. He defines that. But black men, now we have to be obligated to black culture. That rule doesn't apply to us. Look at all this. Lame. 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 Cornball. But brothers, you gotta be look at this right. Bomba clap. Whoa. Look at this. Lame. But brothers, you gotta be a thug. You gotta do a lot of shit to get a black chick like this. But let's go back to Dr. Umar Johnson. Hold on, but Dr. Umar Johnson, you got black women that claim they're making more money than black men. They're out earning us. They are more of them are in the six-figure percentile. But you won't talk to the black woman and say, well, maybe with your money, you should marry a black man that's about his business. Y'all both can get together. You can help him get a business, and y'all could grow y'all wealth like that. You don't say that to black women, Dr. Umar Johnson, because in the black community, a black man is defined by his money he makes. And I get it. This day and time is that's what masculinity is defined by the money you make, because money is resources and it's how you get things done, right? It's a tool that you use. But in the black culture, a black woman is not going to respect a black man that's not making more money than her. But we claim to be in this equal society. So, Dr. Umar Johnson, why don't you speak to black women who are making more money than black men, who claim to be out earning black men, and have those black women marry a black man that's making 80K, 60K a year, or close to the six figures a year, so they can build wealth? But you don't say that. And by your logic, a black woman that's successful, like Serena Williams, dates a white man that's lower, that's not as successful as her or out earns her, that's taking away money from the black community, isn't it not? That is not true. Let's look this up on Pinterest. Let's go on Pinterest. Uh uh uh. Black men with white woman. White. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Is she ugly? Look at that brother, that strong black king, conquering that white woman right there. She's subscribing to his house. She submits to him and his law and order. Yeah. Oh, hold on. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, it's a light skinned nigga. Well, we gonna count him as black. He gonna be black. Look at this. She fat and ugly? Is she fat and ugly? They fat and ugly. Is this fat and ugly? What about this? What about that? What about, oh, look at this. Hold on, look at that. Look at that nigga right there. Look at the nigga. Look at it. Is she ugly? What did this say? The feminist movement has done a number on marriage and family. The idea empowered females must be bold enough to run the streets naked and eat their fingers without using utensils. Has attracted many searching for answers to their internal problems. The level of satisfaction has decreased and the suicide has seen. What the fuck does that have to do with this picture? Let me say something about you feminists. Black women, You joined that dumbass feminist movement. And them same Beckys like this is married to your black man. White men, you use the feminist movement against black men to convince black women to usurp that black man's house. So if you're angry with this, white men and black women, it's your fucking fault. White men, it's your fault because you allowed that feminist movement to happen. Black women, it's your fault because you joined them bitches. Anyway, I don't know what the hell it got to do with the picture. Oh, hold on, nigga. Brandon Hill. I fuck with you, Brandon Hill, light skinned nigga. Uh-oh. Interracial. Is this she ugly? The Becky got some ass back there. She ain't fat. She ain't overweight. Hold on. Whoa, I know. Oh, shit. She burning some coal over there. She burning coal. Choo-choo train burning that coal train. Train. Riding the coal train. Look at the train. Uh-oh, look at the brother with the Asian kitty cat. Uh-oh, burning more coal. Coal burner. Wood burner. See, now, this a wood burner. This a furnace right here. Charcoal. Look at this. Uh. I don't see not one. Even this. It's a Pookie look like. And he got her. He got her a little a mini Karen right here. A Julia right here. That's what he got. Look at this. Uh. Uh. What the hell you doing with this motherfucking stocking cap on your head, boy? Take that shit off your head. Take that bullshit off your head. He about to. They about to burn some coal. Choo choo train. They about to burn that coal train. Yeah. Look at this. Yeah. I don't know what kind of gothic outfit is this, but brother, man. Uh. Oh, look at that. Look, okay, religious couple right here. You know what I'm saying? She gonna burn some coal too. Look at this. I don't know what this says. We gonna translate this shit in real time. Okay, this is Pinterest. So y'all gonna say that's some bullshit. Let's look at the successful men because you said it's successful men doing it, right? NFL players, NFL players who date white women. Now I'm counteracting his point when he said a lot of successful black men be dating ugly women. Let's see. Boom 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 boom. Bam ba da ba ba da ba da bam ba da ba ba da ba da blah da 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 blah da blah blah blah. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Uh-oh. I'm finna piss your ass off. What? Huh. They had these pictures all over the fucking internet. All of a sudden, I can't find it. Let me share this. Is she fat and ugly? Uh-oh. Look at this white boy with the black wife. Hold up. Hold up. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, this is the one that broke up with what's her name? My fault, my bad. False alarm. I'm human. There's somebody here go NFL player with a black wife. Hold on, let me uh, 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 hold on, hold on. I see something. I see something. I see something. I see about this. Meeting the stunning wives and girlfriends cheering on the Giants in 2023. Love and support on and off the field. Look at this, Look, 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 look. Oh, these are not ugly couples. Dr. Umar Johnson, you is a liar. You and Nick Cannon, you are panderers. I don't know why you like the panda. Oh, look, she got some bickety back, Becky back. Look at that Becky back, big back right there. Look at that Becky bump, that Becky paw, that ball. Big Becky with a fat ass. Look at that ball right there. Oh, yeah. Oh, look at that mother. Oh, no. I think they're both black. They light skin or something like that, I think. Can't tell. No, they light skin. Y'all not gonna say she really black. Dr. Umar Johnson gonna say some bullshit. Let me see them on Instagram. But he a light skinned dude too though. Shout out to Leonard Williams. He light skinned anyway. So what the hell? Come on, brother. Oh, she got that back. I think she's mixed. I don't know. Here go look at this one. This is a black couple right there. They just got married last year. Defensive tackle Dexter Lawrence and proposed girlfriend Donald McCain. Why did not Dr. Umar Johnson and the rest of you black women that say you want to see black men and black women together, why you did not share this on? This is a black woman right here. Oh, look at this. But hey, she light skinned, so she not really black. Okay, cool, fine. Whatever. Okay, I don't think they're showing off anything here. But hopefully my point has been proven. Let me view this couple on Instagram right quick. That Becky got some fat in that back. Becky back. Becky back booty. Becky back B booty. BBB. Becky back booty. I came up with that shit. Cole Burn Becky. CBB. Cole Burn Becky. I'm sure about this time. All right, let's go back to Dr. Umar Johnson and Nick Cannon and their panderingness. Remember, Dr. Umar Johnson, you mean I need money? What's up? All right, so watch this. I'm gonna show you Dr. Umar Johnson. Since you said you could not hear, I don't know how you're not hearing it. This is what they said. Remember, he said unshapely white woman. Remember that. Unshapely white woman. I took off slow mo. Unshapely white woman. So remember that. The women I showed you earlier were good looking women, white women. So, bullshit. Anyway, hold on. That doesn't make any logical sense. If you're saying that the successful black man, Nick Cannon, when he dates outside his race, the reason why he's dating this Becky is to benefit off of her, to put her car in his name and put. Let me see what he said again. Unshapely white woman. That's what he said. A strong, handsome brother. So he didn't say successful. Okay, so I'm gonna look that up. Black men, which I just showed y'all that. Y'all niggas must be living in the hood somewhere. Let me go to where was that before? Remember, but said a handsome brother with an unshapely white woman. Only thing that's being out of shape is that belly. When he busts some sperms in her belly and she get pregnant and they burn some coal. That's the only thing unshapely about her. Unshapely about her. Why y'all don't talk about black couples like this? Why y'all don't talk about black couples like that? Look at this. You know why you don't talk about black couples like this? Because this black woman right here, she respects her black man. She don't cuss at her black man. She don't emasculate her black man. That's why you don't talk about black women like this. She's covered up. She ain't ratchet. Look at these couples right here. Hold on. Oh, hold up. Did not Dr. Umar Johnson speak on Arab women? Ain't this a black chick with an Arab nigga? Look at this. But they're Muslim in faith. Okay, cool. So I see what you're saying. Well, hold on. What about this? Uh, what? Oh, hold on. Swirl couple. Look at this right here. Look at this Arab couple. Look at this Arab man. Look like Jesus Christ. Look at this. Mm. Oh, my bad. Oh shit. Butad. Oh no. Yeah, viewing it. My bad. But let's go back to counteract Nick Cannon's point what he just said. Because out here in New York City, when I go to Manhattan, I traverse to Brooklyn, or even out here in Queens, I don't see these handsome brothers with just chubby white bitches walking around. That's a running stereotype too that y'all like to talk about. I don't say it doesn't exist because I've seen it, but that's not the majority. Look at here. Look, these look like ugly white women to y'all. It's right here. Look at that. Look high class Kaylee right here. This is the high class Kaylee. Look at this. Look at the Filipina. She's saying, fuck y'all niggas that don't like Yasuke, the samurai, black samurai. She's saying, man, I want some of that BBC samurai. Fuck y'all motherfuckers. That's what she's saying. Oh, look at that. Oh. So white woman gonna burn some coal. What they gonna burn, a dragon? What the Asians gonna burn, a black dragon? The Asians gonna ride the black dragon. They gonna tame the dragon. Uh-oh. Look at the Lin Kuei. Uh-oh. Oh. Uh-oh. 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 Look at this. Uh-oh. Mm-hmm. I like this couple right here. Uh-huh. I don't see not one ugly, chubby person that Nick Cannon is talking about. Let's go back to this video. Let's go back to this video. Dr. Umar Johnson. Running for blackness. No, not that one. I'm gonna make the video play. Why do black men do this to themselves? Why do black men take the lowest common denominator and cast it upon the rest of the black male population? Why do they do? Why do black? I don't know. Why do black men do that? It's like y'all trained to do that to yourselves. And this is why in the prior video or live I've made yesterday, this is how the black matriarchy has made the black man's leadership and confidence in his leadership um, fucked up or bad because women do this to their black men. So you'll have a black man that's accomplished, and the black woman will trash his accomplishments and say that don't make you a real man. This that don't make you a real man. That, and then you have black men thinking that about himself. Let's go ahead. And then you got stupid niggas in these spaces, black men in these spaces that are that program that do the same thing. They're talking about, oh, you ain't what. Anytime I hear a man say, uh, if you have a black man that's accomplished, he's a rapper, he making money, he's successful in every other area outside of women. You know what the first thing that nigga's gonna do? He gonna say, what? So because you can rap? Yes, nigga. Him being able to rap has made him millions of dollars. If a nigga's making figures and he's successful, other black say so. Other black men will sit up there and say, "Your money ain't who you are because you're making money. That mean you're a man. That mean you're a successful guy." That's how the black men talk on this damn YouTube. And that's not how men talk. Men appreciate and respect another man's accomplishment because even though a man is not what he does, there's something about that man's identity that made him successful in what he's doing. And I hear other black men tear down other black men's success because he's unsuccessful with a woman. So you skip out all the achievements of a black man, but because he missteps in one area, he's not a man. That's how you black men on YouTube speak. That's not a majority, Nick Cannon. He just did what I described earlier about how you taking the lowest common denominator and projecting it on the majority of men. No, what you should have told those black little girls or those black girls is that, well, you have to step your game up and compete. You're not obligated to a black man as he's not obligated to you. And if you want him to see you as the best suited option, you have to step your game up as a black woman to get and acquire that successful black man. But you know what's so funny? There are plenty of successful black men in your black women. There are plenty of successful black men in your area, all around you. But because you're not sexually attracted to them, they're cornball, they're lame, and because your perception of them is governed by if he's not a thug, if he's not a gangbanger, if he ain't a thug, you're not gonna find him attractive. You're gonna say he's a lame or cornball. Again, look at Jordan. Look at Michael B. Jordan, the apex of what masculinity is, and y'all look at him as lame. So just imagine a brother in your community that's into trade. He's making 80K a year, or the brother that's into he's a plumber, or he's an electrician, or he owns his own business. There are plenty of successful black men around you that's willing to date a black woman, but you don't see them nor do you paying attention to them. But here Nick Cannon talking about whatever he talking about the majority of black men are dating these just ugly Beckys when they decide to date outside their race. It's a lie. I showed you that. Okay. That's a lie. I think I broke that. I debunked that earlier. I don't know why that's being said. And I think Dr. Umar Johnson is doing that on purpose to an audience that doesn't know any better. Let's share this. He said per capita. Share this tab. No, just look at this article. Interrape marriage in the US 50 years after Loving versus Virginia. Loving versus Virginia, this was a black woman date. Look at this right here. This is a black woman that was trying to marry a white man, and he overturned a Supreme Court law that overturned interracial marriage or the laws against interracial marriage in 60 states. Okay, so mind you, this is because of a black woman who wanted to marry a white man. Okay. He said that black men or every other group of men marry out their race at a higher percentage or per capita than every other man put together. This is Asian men, this is Hispanic men, and this is white men. So he lied. Let's go to blackmarriage.com. Let's share this tab. There's evidence of an increase in black men marrying out their race for demographic between 2010 and 2017. However, that percent has remained steady since. In fact, the Pew Research Center released a report finding that 25% of black male newlyweds in 2013 married non-black women, compared to 12% of black women who married out. However, Asian women or Native Americans still have a higher rates of interracial marriage. Black women are the least likely to marry non-black men, at only 7% in 2017, and only 4% were married to white men. Okay. Why does this not show the percentage of black men that are married to white women? We want to see that one. Let's see. All right. So right here, only 25%. You know what I'm saying? That's not that's not more than all the men put together. So he lied right there. I just showed you. Let's go back here. And I showed you that was a lie. Do the numbers. 21% Asian men outside their race. 24% outside their race. I mean, 21% for Asians, 26% for Hispanics, and 12% for white. And you have to remember, white people outnumber Hispanics, blacks, and Asians. So if they outnumber us, of course they're going to marry within their own at a higher rate, or marry within their own race predominantly. All right. Look at Asian women marry outside their race, but to who? I wonder. Maybe it's with the Hispanics. Let's look at this right here. White women marry outside their race at a less. Because again, remember, white women outnumber white men, and white men and white women outnumber everybody else. They're a bigger population, right? So of course they're going to marry within each other or within their own more often than they would marry out, right? But remember, the reason why black men are marrying outside their race is because a black woman and a white man. This is the case. Go look it up, and I can even look it up for you. Or if you go reverse or rewind the stream, you'll see I did a segment on this. You will see this. This is a black woman who was trying to be married with a white man who defied who overturned the laws against interracial marriages, like it says right here. U.S. Supreme Court in the Loving versus Virginia case ruled that marriage across racial lines was legal throughout the country. Until this ruling, interracial marriages were forbidden in many states. See what I'm saying? So let's go back to what Dr. Umar Johnson is saying. And I'm gonna stop the stream because I'm gonna do another stream. Uh-huh. Wait. What did he say? You have beautiful African children by non-African women. So that means that those children are still African. So by that logic, regardless of whoever the black man impregnates, those children will still be African or black because you are of the father. And by that logic, when a black woman marries outside her race and she gets impregnated by a European, those children are not European, according to his logic. And by that logic, again, that means that black women would be contributing to the European men being born through the African Like, let me slow down and try to think about this logic, right? If by that logic, that means that the European man, when he mates with an African woman, she's going to produce a European child that's going to continue to dominate and rule and suppress other people, as according to the logic of Dr. Umar Johnson with white supremacy. So it'll be the black woman who's more supportive of white supremacy because she's given birth to a European child, according to his logic. He just right there said that. Let me play that again. He just said it. Beautiful African children by non-African women. So he still produces African children. So that means that he would be wiping out white supremacy by doing that, not contributing to it. If black men are impregnating, according to this logic, if black men are getting non-black folks pregnant and they're producing other black children, that means he'd be wiping out white supremacy. Isn't that the basis of Dr. Francis Cress Welson's book? I forgot what the book's name. That the reason why the white men feel inferior to black men is because of our black men's ability to breed and wipe them out. So wouldn't that be wiping out white supremacy and not contributing to it? I want him bomber clot him attack. Dr. Umar Johnson. Let me see what he said again. I want him bomber clot, Dr. Umar Johnson. I deal with it. Where my socks at? What kind of two-way fuckery question is that he asked him? Either you didn't want your sisters or you just was a victim of self-hate programming. What? Let me show y'all something. Let me show y'all something. Kindle. Let me go to my Kindle books. Kindle books. Kindle books. Kindle book. Kindle. Go to my Kindle, nigga. Go to my Kindle books, my nigga. Let's go to my Kindle books, my nigga. Go to my Kindle books, my nigga. My Kindle books, my nigga. The Kindle, nigga. Kindle, nigga. Kindle, nigga. Kindle, nigga. I might do a stream like this on Rumble. Be honest with you. Kindle books, my nigga. Sick of this nigga. Sick of these niggas. Let me show something. Let me show something. Let me show something. Because when white men date outside their race, hold on. So when a white man dates a black woman, is that a programming of him hating himself, or is that he didn't want his white women, or it is that he hates his mom? So black women who want to date black women, by that logic, black women who date white men, you're causing him to hate his mama, right? When he dates you, or maybe that's what you want. You want him to hate his mother by dating you. This is some goofy ass shit. Let's look up this. No, why did do that? Um, how do you Kindle? Give me a second. Kindle Unlimited. My books. Daughters of the Slave Trade. Right now. Let's look at this. Share this tab. Where's it called? Share this tab. When the white Negro Grays has borne him a couple of mulatto children, he cares as much for her and his children as a man who does his true wife and children in Europe. Some among the Europeans do not wish to leave their family in the coast, even if they know they can live better in Europe. Is this a white man's? Is this white man here a victim of self hate programming, or did he just not love his wife? Because in here it's saying that even though he loved his wife in Europe, he still loved the Negroes in Africa, in which he had mulatto children. He had which he produced mulatto children with. Boy, me and Dr. Umar Johnson would have had to fight. And this is why, again, I say that the matriarchy, the black man's brain, and made him lose sight of what masculinity is. Because if it was a grown ass man, you can't push that kind of programming onto me, and we not throw some hands. Oh, what a bomb clot are you talking about? What? Why are they trying to gaslight in the black community? It's always been the black woman is God. That's why you can't hold black women accountable. This is why you can't check black women. This is why black women don't respect black men. Because black woman has always been God in black culture. Just like what Dr. Umar Johnson is doing here now and he's doing here now. How is that the programming if the program how is the white woman the superior being the superior has been the programming of black men if the programming of black men is that black woman is the God? How the hell are you gonna say a black woman is God and not say the black man is God? If you would not be here unless a black man had sex with your mama. By who? That wasn't looked at by black men. In the 60s and in the Jim Crow, that wasn't looked at on. Black men do not look at white women for that. I agree that that's what she was, that the white woman was standard of success. But that's not what the black man's perception of it was. That's not how black men looked at it. That may have been looked on like that by black women and the rest of the world, but not by black men. Okay, I can agree with that. I can consider that. I could concede to that point. But usually it was the Becky that was pursuing the nigger during slavery. But guess what? The black woman didn't die when she was pursuing the white man either. I just showed you a court case of Loving versus Virginia. That black woman did not die for pursuing that white man and overturning the interracial marriage laws and making it legally to be able to done in the 16 states. She didn't die for that from that. If that was a nigga doing that, he would have died from that, according to their logic. Logic. Dr. Umar Johnson. Again, this is why I say that the matriarchy has fucked up the perception of what it is for black men to be men. What kind of question is that you're asking this brother? That violates the man codes. He did that because he a grown ass fucking man, and that's what he wanted to do. He loves black women. Or he loves all women equally, or he loves black women and white women. He just was in a relationship with a Becky or decided to get a Becky pregnant. And he talked about having a dark skinned baby mama. So obviously he loves both of them. He's able to get one dark skinned chick pregnant and a white one pregnant. Yo, why is not the white man being put on the stage and why he likes to date Asian women? What? So is the white man crazy for dating or marrying a black chick? Is Serena Williams' husband crazy for marrying Serena? Anyway, I'm gonna be doing a stream in the next 2 hours, so I want to end this here. Um, Stop sharing here. I'm gonna come up. I'm already gonna do a part two to this, but I just want to say that this is some goofy shit. This is some goofy ass crap. That a black man he's seen as a traitor to his race, or something is mentally sick in his brain, or he hates himself for dating outside his race. But no other group of men on the planet, whether it be Asian, white, or Latin, none of those men have get that same brush that they're crazy that they're saying. And when black women seek to date white men, aren't now black women afraid that those white men are going to look at as crazy, as insane for picking them, and that he hates himself? Why not white men and Asian men and Latin men, especially white men, put on the same stage of is there something mentally crazy with you because you like to date outside your race? This is insane. What are you guys like, the nigga police? What, like is this like why do black men want to police other black men and what the fuck you want to do? You don't like black men that are passport bros. You don't like black men that are soft guy era. But you say nothing to your women about dating outside their race and dating your enemy. Like I think a lot of you dudes who focus solely on checking black men, I think a lot of y'all suspect because you won't check black women on anything, but you love to check black men. This is Kiss Shorty Gaming Nation, and I'm out. Y'all have a good one.